Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this Wednesday. We are doing a Wake Up and Airbrush today, which means we are going to talk about so much fun stuff with our Luminess products. Now, one of the biggest challenges that our customers face, or that any woman faces, any person faces, in finding their perfect foundation is, how do I pick the right foundation? And most people think it's a color thing, but it's not. I tell people all the time, when you are looking for a foundation, when you are hunting for what you need and you're wanting to change foundations, it's just not working for you, whatever that looks like. You do not look for the color first. You look for the formula first. And that is what we are going to talk about today, is foundation formulas and how to pick the right formula for you. Because look, we can get the right color. The right color isn't a big deal. That's just trial error, putting it on, testing it out. But what you want it to do is give you the coverage that you need without being too much, the skin look that you want and need, and really the finish that you want and need. That's really the goal, right? We're wanting a flawless finish. We're wanting, maybe we don't want a lot of coverage, or maybe we need full coverage. You've got to look at how much coverage do you want to need, and what are you wanting it to do to your skin. So that is what today's show is going to be about. We are going to talk about, how do you pick the perfect Luminous foundation for you? And I'm going to break down the foundations. I'm going to tell you how to choose them, what they will do for you, and then we will come back and we'll talk about colors, because colors is not a big thing. Anika, hello. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi. So if you're just coming in, please come in and say hi. You said you purchased this product about a month ago and you absolutely love it. I am so glad you love our product. Let us know exactly which one you chose, because we've got a few formulas out there and I love being able to talk about the different formulas. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about the different formulas, not colors, different formulas that we have here at Luminess, what they will do to you and how you choose which one will work. So let's start with the newest and greatest. We have the Airbrush Veil formula. Okay, so this is the newest formula, guys. This one is really our tinted moisturizer. So if you are not looking for a lot of color, if you are looking for something light, something seamless, something really easy, then this is your formula, okay? If you are looking for, sorry, I'm looking at comments coming in. So hello, welcome. So glad you're in and coming in and saying hi. If you're looking for something that is more skin showing, more skin benefits, something that is more skincare with just a hint of color to even things out, to polish things up, this right here, let me make sure I'm bringing up the right one. This right here is your formula. This is the tinted veil. This is Airbrush Veil. It's like putting just a little veil over your face, but with all of the skincare ingredients. Okay, so this is your lightest coverage. So this is, I want more skincare. I want more of a natural, like very, very, very natural look. Hello, Andrea. So glad you are here. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. I'm so glad you're here. Just going over all of the different foundations we have and what they do, so you can pick the right formula, because you pick the formula first for what it will do for your skin, and then you picked the color. Okay, so that is Airbrush Veil. And Airbrush Veil does not come in every single color. Airbrush Veil actually comes in different coloring, like light fair, medium warm. So it comes in a broader range because it doesn't have as much coloring. Good morning, Lori. It's good to see you. Today we are going over the new and different foundation formulas we have. And so if you are if you are a one and done girl, in other words, you're wanting it in, wanting it quick, you want in, you want out, you don't want variety, like I just need my foundation, then our Airbrush spray foundations are going to be your go-to. And that's what we're going over right now is our Airbrush spray foundations, all of those formulas to decide which one is best for you. Lori, I have been doing great, my friend. Thank you for asking. I hope you are doing well as also. Anika, you purchased the Silk Foundation with buildable coverage. Yes, that is a great foundation. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about now. So the lightest coverage with the most skincare is the Airbrush Veil. It's also our newest one. But the Airbrush Spray is our Silk Hydrating Foundation. That is the most balanced one. So that one, that is, let me push this over to the side. That is this one. That is going to give you a balanced, buildable coverage. So what that means is you're going to get as much skincare as you do coloring. And that is a big deal. Yes, Lori, we are going to also talk about our Breeze in the second part of this and the different formulas that go in the Breeze. Right now, I'm just hitting the ones like if we have new customers and they don't have time for the Breeze or they're like not that much of a makeup girl and they don't want that much flexibility, then we are talking about the easy one shot, one put on, and like this is all you get foundation. And so this particular foundation is the most balanced. It's got skincare in it, and it's got a good amount of medium coverage foundation. This is my go-to. It's a preference. The lighter one is great when I'm out and about, but it does not give a lot of coverage, and that's okay. That's okay for people that don't need a lot of coverage or want a lot of coverage. But this is great for just a really pretty, polished look. Oh, Andrea, thank you for the compliment on the earrings. That's very, very sweet of you. My daughter bought them. She thought I would like them, and so she picked them up for me. And so if you are coming in and you are looking for a medium buildable coverage, like you need to smooth some things out, you need it to look great on the skin, you need it to even out your skin tone, but you still want it to look beautiful, you still want it to look polished, you still want it to look like skin, Airbrush Veil Silk formula is good. Okay. So, Lori, it may last you depending upon how much you use. I have people ask me all the time, how long does this last? Look, I demo this all day, every day. And so I can go months and months on one can with my 2 short sprays, putting it on, then taking it off, then putting it on and taking it off. So depending upon how much you use and how much you spray out, and again, it only takes 2 short sprays on the brush to do half your face. So the biggest, thing is showing people that they don't have to use all that they are using because they're used to coming in. It's just like any time we're teaching anything else. People want to apply so much. And with our particular formulas, this is like I call this like the food coloring of makeup. It's super, super saturated. And so you don't need very much for it to go a very long way. Okay, so in our easy, Lori, don't be afraid of change. You know as well as I do that they will take care of you if you don't like it. And so it is a great option on that. So let me go ahead and put that Airbrush Silk down there. It is a great balanced option, especially if you've got good skin, medium skin, and you just want it polished out. It does a great, great job. Now, some people are like, what is in this formula? I want to know what's in the formula. So I am going to go ahead And I'm going to show you a just really quick, what's in this formula. So hang tight with me. I'm fixing to show you.
Are you interested in learning about the ingredients of Luminess Airbrush Spray Foundation? Well, let's check it out. Luminess Airbrush Spray Foundation is a high pigment foundation spray designed to conceal imperfections and even out skin tone for an airbrushed finish. Key ingredients like hydrolyzed silk work to condition and smooth the skin, keeping it moisturized for a radiant glow. Hyaluronic acid provides hydration, helping to plump the skin and enhance elasticity. Meanwhile, aloe soothes, moisturizes, and nourishes the skin. Suitable for all skin types, this buildable formula gives you a natural, hydrated complexion, making Luminess Airbrush Spray Foundation your go-to for achieving flawless beauty that you'll adore.
All righty, that is like just a quick little rundown of what is in the Silk Airbrush Spray formula. And it's just kind of going over and saying, hey, this is what's in it. This is what you can expect. This is how it nourishes your skin. Plus, we're going to give you some really great coverage that you can build into full coverage. Okay, so we've talked about the Airbrush Veil, which is our light coverage. We've talked about our Airbrush Silk Foundation, which is the medium buildable coverage. Yes, a little goes a long way with all the products. You just don't know why, because I use it every day. Yeah, I know you love it, Lori. Look, Lori, if you are committed to your breeze and you've got it down, there is no reason for you to change unless you just want to try something new. But we have a lot of people that are afraid to really step into the breeze. It's a little intimidating for them. But I know you've mastered that. And so this, for people who want it super simple, they don't want all of the flexibility and the ability to use the breeze, or they don't want to go into that airbrushing next level. They just want it like, get it done, get it in. This formula is for you. Super simple, super easy to apply. Now, our last one that is in our airbrush spray formula. This is a must-have for the summer, or for weddings. And the reason I tell you that is because, one, my daughter's getting married, okay? And with my daughter getting married, we are going to take a boatload of photos. And this full coverage foundation, it is buildable, but it is very full coverage. So when it says buildable, here's how I need to explain that. It is full coverage on the skin. But if you're covering a tattoo, you're going to have to build that coverage up to be that full coverage that you need. The formula is meant to look like skin and let your skin come through with full coverage, okay? And it covers hyperpigmentation. It covers varicose veins super easily. But on certain tattoos, and my makeup artists can tell you that, you have to build coverage and you have to sometimes use some correction to help that coverage. The great thing about this formula is it looks just as great on the body as it does on the face. And that's a big deal, because I have used some high full coverage cover-ups like for tattoos and those type things where they are thick and heavy, and I would never dare put them on my face because they would be too heavy and too crepey for the face. And so this one is great, and it's water resistant. So that means that if you have varicose veins, if you have things on your legs that you want to smooth out, they used to have this product called pantyhose in a bottle. This is kind of like that. You can put it on your legs. You can go to the beach. You can go swimming. It is not going to transfer or roll off from water or just light wear and going. As a matter of fact, you kind of have to remove it with some of our makeup remover for it to do. And it is a great, great full coverage. So it is that next level, this right here, it is that next level full coverage. Now, the Airbrush Spray Face Foundation is not water resistant, okay? This one is not water resistant, but it's buildable to be full coverage. This is full coverage coming out. So that means you got to know that once it's on, it's on. Once it does and sets and heats with your skin, it's good to go. But what you also got to remember is it stays on. It will work against humidity. It will work against transfer. It doesn't transfer onto clothing. I did it against some white linen. And I was like, okay, I think I like you, girl. But this one, you need to make sure you know your color on because it is such a high pigment. You're going to want to make sure that the color is on point, which we have a color match guarantee. But just know that as you purchased, like if you're transitioning from one of the other colors, get your color match, and then we can do this, which is what our beauty experts do. Is they help do color matches, meeting with you face to face. You can come meet in a face to face room with a beauty expert, and they can tell you what color you need. And then if it's still just a little bit off, we always take care of you and help you out. Lori, I hear you, girl. Go ahead and send an email. I'm sure they will be happy to take that into consideration. So this is our fullest coverage, our longest wearing. You got to remove it foundation. But remember, it is less skincare and more heavier coverage. And you're going to want to make sure you couple it with a primer for your face if you're using it on your face. And you're going to want to make sure that you've got your coloring with this. So that is our 3 easy ones for the Airbrush spray foundation type. That is the ones that whenever you come out and you are using just the one color foundation, I don't need anything super flexible. I don't want to customize my coloring a lot. I'm only using it for me. I'm not using it with anyone else. Those are those formulas. So now, if you are a brand loyalist and you are coming and you have our Airbrush Breeze or our Icon, let's talk about those foundations, because those foundations really are kind of the heartbeat, if you want to say, they're the heartbeat for our old school Airbrush, traditional Airbrush units. And this is about how you apply it. The foundations that the Silk 4-in-1 foundation translated into this, it's just this application technique is different than this application. So if you are new and you are coming in and you are getting, the new Airbrush spray foundation formulas, and those are your simplicity that you want and they work for you, great. But some of my ladies like options. And for all my ladies that like options, I'm going to go over 2 foundations with you to help you choose. Okay, so let's talk about our 2 foundations and let's go into those and see what they have to say. So traditionally, look guys, we got our Silk 4-in-1, okay? And Silk 4-in-1 really is, it really is the traditional Airbrush foundation that started out all of this. And I'm going to actually just pull this up. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to actually just show you. Let me get back over here. Let me show you what is in and what the benefits of the Silk 4-in-1 are, because it is much easier for me to let you see this than for me to try and explain it to you. Okay. And so here we go. This is what I want to show you. Come back over here. There we go. Right here.
Interested in learning about the ingredients of Luminess's Silk 4-in-1 Airbrush Foundation that are used in your Breeze and Icon system? Well, let's check it out. This versatile formula seamlessly combines an anti-aging serum, primer, high coverage concealer, and long-lasting airbrush foundation in one amazing formula. It deeply hydrates and revitalizes your skin thanks to its unique blend of licorice, cucumber, and neem extract, along with glycerin, hydrolyzed silk, vitamin C, and vitamin A. These ingredients not only nourish and moisturize, but they also help diminish the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Luminess Silk 4-in-1 Airbrush Foundation doesn't just enhance your beauty routine, it also elevates your skincare routine, ensuring a flawless, radiant complexion.
All righty. So that is really what our Silk Foundation in essence has in it and covers. It's our traditional. It is, I would say, a medium to buildable coverage. Silk Foundation is really formulated for the skin to have a glow about it, look beautiful, and it is a medium buildable coverage. And so it is a great coverage. Andrea, what flat buffer brush do you use? Look, the one that comes with the Airbrush Spray Foundation, this is a great buffer brush. It is soft, it is flat, and so one of these is a great option for a buffer brush. But when you are looking at the silk, that is our traditional. So if you purchase any of the Breeze Icon bundles, you're going to get the traditional silk foundation and give it a shot. It is amazing. It is a great formula. It works really, really well. Now, I'm going to also talk about my top pick and my favorite formula that goes into the Breeze. And if you can guess what that is, you've been in it a little bit. So my favorite one is the Rose 4-in-1. So I'm going to let you guys look at that and see what is in the Rose foundation, because I love the Rose foundation. I really, really do. The Rose foundation helps with the skin. It has additional moisturizers, additional skincare in it that other ones don't. And I do have inflamed skin in certain areas. I get really red in this area. But not only does it have a really great products in it, but it also has a fuller coverage. So for me, I prefer a fuller coverage foundation, and this is where my demo is going to come in, because I really, really like the Rose formula. I like the way it finishes on my skin. Lori, you like the Rose? Tell me your thoughts on that, Lori. I know you've been in this a hot minute, and so tell me what you think. Andrea, have you tried the Rose? Tell me your thoughts. So here's my Rose formula. So I'm going to actually demo the Rose formula this morning because that's one of my favorite formulas. And that is the last one we're going to be talking about, is the Rose. So this is a 30 and a 20. Usually this is what's going to come in your fair coloring. I think in the fair, it comes with a 10 and a 20. And then in a light medium, it comes with a 30 and a 40. But I am a 20-30. And here's the thing. Whenever I use the Silk formula, it has a lot of reflective tones in it, which I like. Don't get me wrong. I like reflective tones. But I feel like, personally, I have to use more to get the coverage that I'm satisfied with. And not necessarily that I need a lot of coverage. It's a personal preference of what coverage I like. So I prefer the Rose because I don't feel like I have to use as much product to get the kind of coverage that I want. And it's not as reflective. It still does have some luminosity to it, but not as much as I feel like the Silk does. And again, guys, that is a personal preference. That's all it comes down to, is what is your personal preference. Okay, so now after you pick your formula, you get to, pick your coloring. And so I mix. So if I'm very, very fair, I go 20. If I get into my summer months, I go 30. But right now I'm kind of in the middle. And so I am going to get 4 drops of my 30 in there. Oh, you get the rose on your auto delivery every 4 months. Now that is one of the convenient things about Luminess is that you can get it auto delivered, and you don't ever have to worry about it. And you can also set the time as to you auto delivering. And so definitely take advantage of that. Okay. So as I'm fixing to do this demo, we're going to do the basics. You know the basics, right? 4-finger whisk away, right? Heather taught it for years and years, and she killed it teaching everybody that. You have bottles you haven't even opened. See, they last, and they are still good for years as long as they're not open. After that, they start to oxidize. Hey, Jeannie. Hey. 4-finger whisk away. Start moving it, and you can feel the air as to where it's going to go. Now, here's the other, I'm going to move over just a little bit. Here is the other thing I want you to see. I just had a lesson with one of our ladies, and she was pulling all the way back on this trigger. Look, guys, on the breeze, it's different than the icon. It's different than the traditional stylus. This trigger is hypersensitive. So a little bit of pulling back on this trigger is going to be imperative. Okay, so 4-finger whisk away, starting to move, and I'm releasing. Jeannie, welcome. We are talking about the rose formula in the foundation. Do you prefer the silk or the rose? Jeannie is one of our longtime customers, just like Lori and Andrea are. And so I love to answer and get questions from them on what they think, because they have been doing it a hot minute and are a little bit like pros at it. So if you notice, I am not coloring my face in like a coloring book, trying to cover up one section or area at a time. I am lightly dispersing it across my face, and then I am allowing it to heat with my skin. And that's what a lot of people don't really do. They want to just color it in. And what we're wanting to do is disperse it lightly across our face. Give it time to heat with our skin, because when it heats with our skin, it actually expands on the skin. And so we want to give it the time and the space to do that. So if you just watched, I just applied my rose foundation and got the full coverage that I would want with that. Have not done concealer, did not do anything other than just go on my 3 passes around with my rose formula. And for me, that's enough. I like right, Jeannie, I like the smell of the rose. I like the full coverage of the rose. I like what it does with my skin. And so really what it comes down to when you are choosing your formulas, choose your formula first. That is key. Choose your formula first as to what coverage you want, what attributes you want it to do to the skin, and then we'll choose your coloring. That is important. So if you are going in and you are customizing with the breeze and you want all of the customization, all of the stuff, get your breeze bundle, get your icon bundle, try the silk. That's what's going to come with it. It's a medium buildable coverage. It's got all of the skincare. And then if that's not enough coverage for you, shift on over to the rose. We can take care of that for you. It's not a big deal. If you don't want all of the extra customization with the breeze and you're like, look, I just want one foundation, slap it on, get out the door, easy day, then the Airbrush silk foundations are for you. You've got the Veil, which is a light coverage that is more of a tinted moisturizer, takes care of your skin, gives you a polished look. You got the Airbrush Spray Foundation, which is a balanced skin with coverage, and it can be buildable to full. And then, of course, you got the Face and Body that is full coverage, transfer resistant, water resistant. It is the other side of from light to full. So these 3 formulas, you pick your formula, and then we will pick your color. Alrighty, friends. I hope that helps you choose which formula works best for you as far as what kind of a maintenance girl you are, what kind of look you're wanting, what kind of finish you're wanting. And then we will come in, check with our beauty experts, connect with us, and we will come in and make sure that you have a color that works best for you. Alrighty, that is the end of our Wake Up and Airbrush for today. But if you have any questions whatsoever, please give our beauty experts a call. You can call them at the 1-800 number on your screen. That is their direct line. They are there for you to help walk you through any products, help you understand, help color match you, all of that stuff. Also, you can come into our group called Luminess Live, and we are there to answer questions. It's a whole group of Luminess lovers as well as beauty experts in there that you can talk to. You can come in, ask questions. You'll get tips, tricks, all of the good stuff. So we are here for you. We're here to help support you in all of that. And really just set you up for success in your airbrushing journey. So until next week, I will see you